Well, this is Integrity Choices. I guess I could call it part one. Session eight for me. And I think it just took, yeah, wow, 8 sessions to come to this reality is, and it's not forcing it, it's God help me see today. And as Integrity Choices, it's all about, personal well being, honoring your word, what that means, and honoring yourself first before giving your word. And so I gave my word to a number of things, and things I've been doing that have nothing related to making money or even business, but there are things, I guess in my mind I got to get done. Um, and that's not to say I'm going to not do those things, but Scott, and today I was like, woke up with just a mindset of a bit of a lower energy because I was again thinking of problems. What my day looked like today. And my day looked like getting back to volunteer hours for the step 12 for the tribe community, getting back to focusing and working on legal today. That's a little bit tough for me to let go, for me to say no legal stuff today. Um, Because it's hard not to think about that for me, honestly, unless I'm doing something to move it forward. Um, I mean, the tribe thing is easier to say, okay, today I can take a break from that and just focus on what I need to do for my own well-being, and that could be.
And that's why we're doing it this way. Let me explain. Only by agreeing to get all three out. Otherwise, if you start, okay, but except for the legal thing, then what ends up happening is as soon as you put any attention into the legal preparation, it will attract other thoughts about the volunteer work, and it will also attract other thoughts about the person that just quit. And so
Mhm.
there is only one way out. That's why I said we're going to see if you're addicted. It's just one day where we are not going to calibrate to problems. We are going to calibrate to creation of your business by design.
And I guess just coming back into full force in my mind, can I let go? Because again, I say law of attraction is real, and it's like when you start thinking about one problem, even if
And
it,
you can't talk and you can't talk like that if you want to let it go.
yeah.
Good
Um,
catch. Good catch, Scotty. Yeah. Keep going. You're doing great.
I guess I just don't know. It's just creating, and it's just so long since I've actually been back to business that it just feels, and I know it's just me getting into the momentum of it, honestly, right? And again, it's focusing on that one thing, the email that I was supposed to do last week. I started it, but didn't complete it because I had to get back to whatever or in my mind. Business does not have to be hard. That's what I got. Make it fun. And fun is creating your own business. And that is, I think, if anything, the luxury of being an entrepreneur is you could
For me, I would
create.
say the only time it's fun is when I let the vortex be the guide and I let the vortex design the business. And I just
Hmm.
listen and notice, oh, there we go. That was fun. Like how the session's been so far. Talk about the email. What have you learned for yourself? See, what you're going to see when you listen to yourself, right? Listen to your own social sharing video, you're definitely going to do, right? But we'll do it next week. And you're going to listen to a person who is clearly calibrated to problems. That's the big breakthrough. It's not going to happen in one session. We're going to have this session next week. You're going to watch yourself talk, and you're doing extremely well, but you're clearly calibrated to problems. And that won't be the case next week because we had
Yeah.
this one day. So do your best to remember what was a solution to the email. What was different about the email when I edited it from the Vortex perspective?
It wasn't about Samina needs help, come and connect with her. It was about just putting out this abundant offer that invites people to this opportunity to connect, because there are people out there, whether even, social distancing has, opened up a little bit where it's not, people are going out there now socializing, sitting on patios. So it's not so closed up as it used to be. But that may be like 50% of the people. But we don't know.
And the point is, this is a targeted message to 670 people that have seen your face.
Yeah. And this is a targeted message that 600, excuse me, and 70 people who have seen my face already know me. So they have been connected to me in some way. I'm not coming out as a cold stranger to them. Right. And you know what? If I were to put it in my planner,
And they already know you as the non-agenda purity connection girl who's not there to sell. They already know you as that, so they're already receptive to this message.
Yeah. 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 And I guess
And there. That's how the email completes itself.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the offer. If you crave, appreciate, or enjoy human connection in a different way than you did before COVID and social distancing started in May of last year, and you feel you'd like to reconnect with me, or maybe connect with me for the first time because you scheduled some, but we never connected. Here's what I can promise you. I'm not there to sell you anything. And I'm open to you pitching me anything. That's what I can say, right? If you do that, Samina, then, hey, you have a right to say, hey, can we have another appointment? Get it? Just here's what I can tell you. It'd be a connection call. I'm not saying I want you to sell me something. I'm just saying you have my promise that I won't be, selling you anything or making you any offers whatsoever for anything. And Samina, you just do that because you can make an offer on the second call. Mm-hmm. And then the business by design structure of that call is, hey, Jim, now that our 33 minutes is over, this has been delightful. I don't feel like I've got more time if you do. Do you want it to end at 33 minutes? So you would say that if you wanted it to. And if it was someone you didn't want it to, you wouldn't. Just a reminder, we agreed to 33 minutes. It's now been, 25 minutes. So, just want to give, not surprise you at 60 seconds before the 33 minutes. I want to tell you, even if it's 10 minutes before, as soon as you realize, I want to talk to this person for more than 30 minutes, as soon as you realize it, right? Integrity definition, say it. You know what? I know this has only been 15 minutes, Harjeet, and, I'm just having so much fun. As it turns out, I don't have anything that important planned, and I do want to talk to you more. Would that be okay? Right? And then now she says, yes. That means now, 40 minutes into the call, you could talk about you want to schedule passion projects with her.
For sure.
Right? 30 minutes from now, I want to schedule passion projects with you.
Yeah.
Where 30 minutes from now, I want to schedule. See, and that's the business by design, right? And that's the only thing you're selling is either to, right? The only request you're making, which is it's selling. You might say, I got a feeling I want to talk to this person longer. Or if you don't, you would be reminding them, just a reminder, this call, we both budgeted 33 minutes and I'm going to be fully present to the 33 minutes. John or whoever, Wanda, I'm going to be fully present to that 30 minutes, right? but I just want you to know I only have 30 minutes that I budgeted for. You could say that to someone not knowing whether or not you're even going to want to talk more than 3 minutes, because I was honest. I'm just letting you know I only have 30 minutes budgeted. Then you find, say you're talking to Fred Ilya. He surprises you, and all of a sudden you're really enjoying the conversation. Ilya, can I interrupt? I realize that I told you, you're going to listen to this to me before you do any more calls, these kind of calls. This is business by design, right? Not being a victim and being butter on these calls and letting them go wherever they go. No. Okay, I just realized my spirit is telling me I don't want to talk more than 33 minutes. Boom, let them remind them, 30-minute call only. And so then you just listen more. Just listen more. Give them that, right? And say, you realize, you know what, Ilya, I do want to speak to you a little longer. So I just want to let you know, even though I have, look at me, even though I told you, Ilya Fred, that I only budgeted 33 minutes, I'm so into this conversation now, I have something that I can justify delaying it an extra 15 minutes, no problem. Or an extra 30 minutes, no problem. Clarity is your problem. You come in there letting other people's agendas determine what's happening because of your counseling experience, and you think you're just there to listen. You're not. You're there to decide and own how much time this person gets, especially because you're only allowed, in order to deliver on the promise. What's the promise? In order to deliver on the promise, here's the promise. What's the promise? In order to deliver on the promise, what's the promise? I will not sell you into anything. So just understand, if you make a request for the call to go longer than 30 minutes, you're now selling something, aren't you? Right? You're selling give me more 15 more minutes. If you want to say book another call, you are selling them, right? Which you promised you wouldn't do. Are you following this?
Kind of.
Problem is you make this wrong. All you have to do is say this, Samita. Do you remember I promised you I wouldn't sell you anything? Yes. Now they're thinking you're going to sell them something, right? And that's why this contrast request is yeah, I'm not going to do that. But I just want to say, technically, I want to make a request of you that definitely is, not selling you any of my programs or anything like that. I just wanted to say, I'm enjoying my time with you so much. I'd like more time. Yeah. So I would like to make a request. And it's a request that you say yes to one of these two things. That we can have more than 30 minutes today, up to a maximum of whatever your maximum is, because now you realize that I'm liking this call. It's feeling right. I think there's an opportunity maybe to make money. I think there's an opportunity here maybe to get them to get booked to book others. But you don't say that. Nobody does that. No business is that much of a fool. I'm going to say this call because I think I can close you if I stay, give you more time. Nobody does that. You just make it a request. More time, either in the form of this call goes longer than we scheduled, or we set up another one. Right? And then you get to say, if you'd like it to be a month from now, then you just make the request. Let me look at because I do have a busy couple of months here. I want to put you on here for the third month, because maybe you're sensing this person could be a client at some point, but it's just not right now. But you have a feeling you should just reconnect with them for when that changes. Right? And you're deciding, do I like this person? Did I enjoy myself? That's all you're saying. Did I enjoy this person? Do I like myself? Do I feel this person could become a client of something that I want to sell right now, which is, it could be get booked to book others, but 3 weeks from now, you might realize, you know what? I don't really want any more people in get booked to book others right now, because I think we're at a good space where I have people to book every day, and I don't want to do more volunteer work setting up any more calendars at this point. There's just no need for it. I don't want to create more of a problem for myself. So you might say, you know what? Yes, they would say yes to get to book others, but I'm not inviting them because you're waking up today. Get it? You're waking up today. You don't just blindly invite people out of scarcity and just think, I just invite everybody to anything right now because I need people. That's the big and out of integrity. You just invite anybody any way you want. It doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter that your website sucks. It doesn't matter that there's nothing on the home pages that represents what is true for you right now. Just put up whatever web page we have and I'll get to it one day, which you never do, right? It's just like a messy message and wondering why there's all this scatter.
Yeah.
It doesn't, and this is not work. This is one email right now that is just such a beautiful email. It's just, it doesn't require you to go to my calendar, you know? It doesn't, you can just send your calendar. It could just be an email. Message me back if you like the idea of, you'd like me to send you my calendar. I'd love to. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, just be more intelligent about everything. Just be more intelligent about everything. Business by design.